Kia ora whānau and welcome to the Army of Brew. As you can see, I'm tsVirgill and this is the first ever video for the Army of Brew. I guess in this video I'm just going to talk a little bit myself and a little bit about my co-producer Diamond Z. I mean, I'm sure he's going to jump on and make a video introducing himself as well, but talk a little bit how trash I am at this game, I guess. Yeah, I'll go on a little bit about what we kind of want for this channel and say my sort of gameplay style and how I sort of roll, perk setup, etc, etc. First of all, we don't advocate alcoholism at all. Everything's always good in moderation, like with friends, with family, that sort of thing. But I mean, that's negative, and that's not what this channel is about. It's about having a few beers with your friends and cracking a few funnies, and us like putting it on the internet, and hopefully you guys find it a bit funny as well. Myself, I sort of came up with the idea for this channel on a whim, really. We were sitting playing in a party, me and Dime, and we had sunk a few brews and just absolute magic happened. And while it was happening, we were just cracking funnies that had just melt faces, you know. And yeah, hoping to share that with you and pull that off. I mean, the first two videos will just be us sort of introducing ourselves on our own, making it a little bit more personal, I guess. Maybe you guys can choose which side of the army, I guess, you want. Personally, I'd probably take Dimes as he's a lot better than I am at this game. As far as gameplay goes, I mean, let's be honest, I'm a sound whore. Ghosts and Advanced Warfare, they were kind of a different story for me. Like, Ghosts was just absolute garbage fire, I think. In my opinion, of course. Some of you might have, heck, that might be your favourite one out of all of them, and this might just not even be worth the money you spend on it, for all I know. But Ghosts, Dead Silence and Awareness just sort of didn't really gel for me, and Advanced Warfare having their Dead Silence as a limited time sort of activation ability, I just think was a absolutely terrible decision. But I mean, again, that's just my opinion. Maybe we'll even be able to find some videos of that for you and show you some cool stuff that we pulled off with that. But yeah, I mean, I've been around since Modern Warfare 2, and Dime's been around since the original COD 4 days, and sort of they all kind of amount to the same sort of thing. But I mean, they are different games. As much as people sort of harp on about it being the same stuff over and over again, they've kept it really fresh. I mean, this with the specialists and weirdly enough, like a decent underlying storyline with sort of the transmissions you get when you unlock the camos for your characters. But yeah, I mean, sort of like having people complain about 6 or 7 different guns being overpowered in this game is a relatively good showing that it's fairly balanced. I mean, for Advanced Warfare, if you didn't have the steed, then you just couldn't keep up. I mean, so yeah, the speakeasy as well, but well, that's 2 guns for 2 fairly separate situations, and if you didn't have either of them, then you just couldn't be top tier. You just got annihilated by someone who just had better stats than you, and I personally think that really sucks. But this Black Ops 3, I mean, it's pretty borderline flawless in my opinion. But yeah, like here I'm just running UAV, counter UAV in the chopper, I guess. Myself personally, I prefer to run the hater, and for all of you who've been around long enough, you know it's the Blackbird. It'll always be the Blackbird in our hearts. But yeah, UAV, just because, I mean, come on, honestly, it's been in all of them, it always will be, it's always worth it. And just the counter UAV for the additional 10 points, 10 points, 10 points, 10 points. I mean, that's if you've got a team that can actually hold their own and do well. I mean, you can't guarantee it, but I mean, even just throwing off regular players by taking away their UAV tends to be a good thing, I guess. But yeah, and on this map, the chopper's pretty insane. There's not too many indoor areas which can provide so much cover, and it can usually get you a decent amount of kills. I mean, I don't crack the triple digits in this, which seems to be pretty essential to get noticed these days, which is kind of sad. But again, that's not what this channel's going to be about. It is just going to be more so about us, a pair of fairly average players, showing off just some decent sort of gameplay in Australasian servers. There's not really a content producer for the New Zealand Australia that's made it quite big, and I guess, I mean, that's the ultimate goal. But again, it's just two goobers sinking a bit of piss and hopefully making a bit of magic happen. Me personally, my gameplay is just going to be me maybe running around, and maybe I might post the odd short video of me getting some insane feed or pulling off just something hilarious, and I'm sure Dime is going to be doing something similar. I mean, it's just all for the sake of entertainment. I mean this first ever upload is, I mean, it's starting to sound fairly serious. So I'll bring it back to the game. I'm using the Ripper, which I think is just insane. I mean, there's nothing like just jumping and flying towards some poor sod and just stabbing him right in the face. The other sort of one that I really enjoy is the overdrive, the speed boost, and a tactic you might see me use in some of my later videos is, say, the beginning of the second round of domination, or the beginning of a round in search and destroy. I'll just immediately pop it and sprint right into their spawn, and I'm telling you, in all honesty, even veteran players just won't expect it, and you're guaranteed to pick up at least maybe 1 or 2 kills. I mean, you could all of a sudden walk around the corner and just stumble across their entire team and just get melted, but I mean, that's just sort of the risk, and I guess that's sort of my gameplay style, being a bit of a madman and just running directly into someone's spawn. But like I'm using the KN here, and it's an absolute monster of a gun. So same goes for the Kuda. I think that's definitely its top tier weapon. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But my favourite gun so far is probably the Man of War, just for sort of slow rate of fire, high accuracy, that sort of thing. But in saying that, I don't really like the Shiva. Just the sprite of it sort of reminds me of some sort of old fat auntie, some old Wahine. I mean, I suppose it's just the name as well, but by no means is it bad at all. So some of the other videos that we'll be putting up is probably me and Dime in a party, and we'll both jump on the mic at the same time and say go through our sort of mindset throughout that match. So talk about the positioning of our allies, and why I say he was standing this side of the map while I ran around the other side of the map. I mean, we'll see, because after a few beers you sort of lose all coordination. It just becomes kill the man with the umpling ball, and oh, that was quite nice there, just a slide and a stab in the face. It's really satisfying, this game, compared to a lot of the other ones. Like even sniping in this game just feels I mean, with the removal of the auto aim, yes, it became a little bit sad panda for a lot of people out there, but it's still, the trade-off, I guess, is that it feels just really satisfying. Like Dime will probably post up some sniper gameplay of him probably just shitting all over kids. I mean, that is sort of his thing. I've seen him just hit shots that just make absolutely zero sense to anyone who play this game. If I do, it'll be absolute magic, because it would have been out the gate and just embarrassing for whoever it happens on. I mean, it's not about dissing people who we sort of just stomp, and I mean like the people that I'm versing right now are definitely not bad. I mean, they actually, I'm fairly sure, turn around and win this game, which I mean is just a great way to start the channel. I mean, average gameplay followed by an immediate loss, I guess. But yeah, it's just not what the channel is about. I mean, we was sitting there pissed as hell while I was getting this gameplay, and it just sort of fell together, and it's just slowly become our sort of habit, our weekendly ritual, I guess, is a way to put it. I mean, the game's slowly wrapping up, and I mean, I don't expect for this video to just blow up and all of that sort of business, but it'll be interesting. I mean, it'll be a fun ride, and it'll be great having you guys along. Catch us later, eh?